Hey Soumya, how are
Hi
you?
Deepak. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, you were busy with, I think, too much of celebration. Huh?
Yeah, so we missed Friday and then I was out for a while.
Yeah, I could guess that.
So when I went, we basically wanted to use the other laptop. It's just 1 hour per day, right? So I wanted to use that, but then her internet failed.
Mm-hmm.
And since it was sort of long weekend over here too, uh, they didn't want to fix it. They were lazy. So we were basically struggling with that. So we were at our home with no internet and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday evening is when we got a chance to fix it. But by the time like night, I came here anyway. Came home.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
no problem. I hope you might have gone through the session recordings.
I didn't get a chance. I came last night.
No
I
problem.
really wanted to, but
So
today I can.
okay, so it was just the last topic that was pending EJBs. That's pretty simple, it's just a framework.
Mm-hmm.
So as I've already said, when it's framework, it's pretty simple.
Okay.
Um, so would not be a lot of issue. You can just go through it. If you think that you did not understand anything, anyways, since we'll be doing WCS, WCS also uses, um, you know,
Okay.
internally it also uses EJBs, and also we'll be going through that topic again. So not an issue if you don't, follow with it now.
Okay.
Okay, so when we do it with EJBs, you can then just go through the concepts then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So all set, should we start?
Sorry?
Uh, if all is set, can we start?
Yeah, we can start.
Okay, perfect. So basically, I hope you can see my screen right now. Yeah.
Wait. Yes.
Okay, great. So for today's session, what we are going to do is we are going to look into what IBM WebSphere Commerce is, and how is it different from other products? What are different things that you get by using IBM WebSphere Commerce? Why is it so popular in the market? Stuff like that, right? So before we jump into something, we should know about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that we know what we are learning. So before I tell you what IBM WebSphere Commerce is, why don't you try to tell me what IBM WebSphere Commerce is? What do you know about it?
I looked at it once. It looks like a website. Sorry, something that lets you create websites for online shopping and stuff.
Perfect.
Is that it?
So
Or did I get it wrong?
yes, it's perfectly correct.
Okay.
So it's a tool basically which is
Mm-hmm.
written in Java and uses all those things that we studied in the previous few weeks of session, which is struts, EJBs, web services, core Java, advanced Java, all those concepts that we studied, all of
Mm-hmm.
them are used in this tool. And this tool is built out of completely out of Java. So there are a couple of projects. So the entire code through which it has been developed is all provided by IBM,
Mm-hmm.
and all you need to do is you can create websites, and any modification that you need to do on the website, you need to go and change the code that is there. Okay.
Okay.
So the online banking system or whatever project you are creating or whatever Nabil was creating, all of
Mm-hmm.
them are web projects. So this is also a web project where your front end is created using JSPs, backend in Java using struts, EJBs, web services, and database is Oracle or Derby or DB2, whatever. I mean, database is all your choice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since it is a product, basically the developers don't have much to do here apart from configuring stuffs that are already there. Now, uh, if you look onto a e-commerce website, there are a lot of other things as well. Apart from showing products, people going there, buying the product. There are a lot of other things as well which are important to attract more and more customers.
Yeah.
So this website that you see here is a website created by IBM just to list down some of the features of IBM WebSphere Commerce.
Okay.
Right? And we'll go through that so that you get an idea about what you get by using IBM WebSphere Commerce apart from the normal e-commerce behavior. So normal e-commerce behavior, you might have done online shopping, you might have gone through so many websites. So the flow of all those websites, if you categorize, they're all same. So you go to a landing page, which is called as the home page. Then you have the search box, categories, stuff like that. You go to a category page, choose your product, add that item to the cart. You go to the cart page, start the checkout, you log in, you enter your shipping address, billing address, the payment details. When the payment is done, you get a confirmation page with an email saying, hey, your order is placed. Right?
Yeah.
And then the fulfillment of the order happens. So the company would send the details to its warehouse will get the order details, it will pack your product, blah, blah, blah. So those are the second aspect of it. So WCS only deals with the first part till the order capture. After the order capture, the order fulfillment is taken care of by some other applications. So WCS only till order capture. Okay. So if you see the standard set of pages or the flow of the website is all the same. So what IBM did is that why not generalize this flow? Okay. So the code that has to be running behind all these is also the same. I mean, you need to have a category page, right? So
Yeah.
the code to display category page will always be the same, whether it is Amazon or Walmart or Target or whatever website it is, right? The code to display the product display page, right, also has to be the same. I mean, you have to query the database, get the product details, put it on the website.
Yeah.
Similarly for checkout flow, adding the billing address, shipping address, any site you go, it's almost the same.
Yes.
The only thing that changes is the UI, the JSP, right?
Yeah.
So that means you can develop a application where if you somehow create your framework in such a manner or the code base in such a manner that you can here comes the beauty of MVC framework. So you write a code which is separate from the UI. So you can keep on changing the UI. You don't need to change the business logic, right? So that's what IBM has done. So they have created a structure in such a format that anybody can buy their product. You change your UI as per your need. You don't need to do anything on the backend part.
Oh, good.
And not only that, they also provide some templates, right? Some predefined UIs as well. So if client doesn't want to develop UI, they can use some of the inbuilt templates.
Oh, okay.
So you don't even have to create UI, you don't even have to create a backend code, you don't even have to create database. Even the database is created everything. Now question comes, I want to load data into the database, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be an empty database. You have to put some stuff in it. So to load the stuff also IBM has provided a tool. They say that, okay, write all your product detail in some XML file or CSV file, run this tool, it will load all the data in the database. Done. So now you also have the data loaded. You don't have to do anything. Even if you don't know Java, WCS, or you don't know SQL, anything, you just have your CSV file. Excel you might be knowing, right? So you can put your data in Excel file, run that tool will load all the data in the database. Finish. So now your product will start showing there. Now question comes, okay, I want to run some promotions, or I want to change the details like shipping address, shipping details like what is the shipping tax it should charge, some promotions you want to create, or some settings you want to change, right? So how do I do that? Generally there would be data in the database, some changes on the JSP. How do I do it? So what IBM did is that to change all these aspects, they have created tools for them. Okay, there are 5-6 tools. So tools are nothing but again they are separate web applications. Okay, so at the end of the day, all the data that is coming on the website is from the database. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the same database can be modified by other applications. It's not necessary that only your website, from your website only you can modify. You can create a separate application who can modify the data inside the database, isn't it? Now if the data inside the database gets modified, it will start reflecting on your website as well. Correct?
Yeah.
So what IBM did, they created a separate application which they call as tools. Now with that tool, say you want to change the, for example, you want to change the details of the product. So you can create a separate application. You can create a separate application. You can create a separate tools. So what IBM did, they created a separate application which they call as tools. Now with that tool, say you want to change the shipping price that is being charged on your website. So there is a table for shipping price, and there is a tool. You log into that tool, and you change the shipping price. So that will update the database. Now on your website, automatically new updated shipping price will start showing.
Okay. So you know how sometimes you have codes like for free shipping as well as like a certain percent of discounts. It's the same thing, right?
You don't need to do anything. Just log into that tool. Say I want to, give free shipping for all my products. So you go there,
Mm.
remove the shipping charge. All product will be free of shipping price.
Oh, okay.
So technically, if you look at this tool, a developer doesn't have to break their head to do anything. Everything is all predefined. Set code is written. Use the tools. Okay. Just
Yeah.
configure it as per your requirement. Done. Within 2 to 3 days, your website is live.
Wow. It's
Right. So
amazing.
that's the beauty of So that's the beauty of WCS, right? And
Mm-hmm.
since you know all this, now you can just imagine why so many people are using WCS.
Wait, when you say WCS, you mean WebSphere Commerce?
WebSphere Commerce, yes, it's the short form, right? WebSphere,
WSC?
W. So
SC?
it's actually WebSphere Commerce Suite, right?
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
So we call it in short form as WCS.
okay.
All right.
I want to make sure.
So okay, no problem. So now you get an idea of what WCS is, right? What's the beauty of WCS? Okay. Now, since IBM created this product and so many people started using it, there are competitors, people who get jealous. How can you create a product and earn all the money yourself? So, people like Oracle and some other guys, they also created some tools like this. So there are
Mm-hmm.
other tools as well, like IBM SPO Commerce, called as by Oracle is ATG, and
Mm-hmm.
ATG is one application similar to WCS. Then there are a few more. I don't recall the name, but there are a
Okay.
few more. But IBM is the leader in e-commerce applications.
Okay.
But others are also there, but they're all far behind WCS, right? In terms of the number of people using suites like WCS to create websites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's another part where it's more beneficial to learn WCS since many people are using it. So you get more job opportunities and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we look at, so those were the basic details. What a website has is all in there, but then since there are competitors, you need to stand a step ahead in terms of what you provide to your customers, so that people don't switch to somebody else. Say if
Yeah.
same thing is provided by IBM, same thing is provided by ATG, and ATG is giving it for cheaper price, everybody will
Mm-hmm.
switch to that. So
Yeah.
you need to stand a step ahead in terms of what other things that you provide apart from the basic things which everybody else is providing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a list of some of this stuff. I mean, it's not the complete list, but yeah, some of the stuff uh, which are important for WCS to stand out. Okay,
Okay.
and the first one is precision marketing. So
Mm-hmm.
precision marketing, what do you understand by the term precision?
I don't know.
It's English word.
Um, like so, like here I can see. Uh, maybe. So people. So for example, eBay. When I log in, I look for certain stuff, and they send me emails for the same kind of stuff. Is that it?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So precision means it's derived from the word precise,
Yeah.
So precise in the sense, make a marketing which is targeted to the customer to whom it should be. Just don't put a general marketing statement like you know
Mm-hmm.
on your website you are showing products in general like anybody. For example, the TV on sale. Put ad on
Yeah.
your website for TV on sale. I mean, I'm not interested in buying TV. I have come here to buy say mobile. Why
Mm-hmm.
why should you show me ads for a TV? Right?
Yeah, then
So
keep
you should
sending
show
emails every time
exactly,
there is a sale on that product.
exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
even if
like are
I'm
you
not
still
interested
looking
in,
for this?
yeah. So that is precision marketing.
Mm.
So there was very interesting news sometime back on a blog related to
Mhm.
Target. So the precision marketing of Target is so precise that they look at the behavior of the shopping behavior of people, what they're
Mm-hmm.
buying, what are the products that they're browsing, what are the categories that they're going through. So with that, they can get a feel. The marketing team or the software that is running behind it, the intelligence that is running behind it, it can guess that this guy is interested in buying a product something like this and give him promotions related to that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there
Yeah.
was a beautiful incident where you know a person called the store owner of one of the Target store, blasted him like anything, saying, "Hey, why my daughter is just 18 years. Why you are sending emails with promotions on baby products, right? Baby products and mother products and all this." He like shouted the hell out of the store manager. Store manager, what the hell is happening? How can such a big mistake be done by the intelligence and all? And he begged sorry and gave some discount and all to that customer. After a
Oh,
few days, that customer called back and he asked
he
sorry to
started
the store
looking for those
asked sorry to the
products.
store owner. No, so he asked sorry to the store owner and saying that he did not know and his daughter was pregnant.
Pregnant.
She was pregnant and he did not know, and she was looking for the baby products. So later he came to know. Maybe he
Mm-hmm.
confronted her after all this incident, and she might have agreed that yes, she's pregnant and she was looking for baby products. So
Yeah.
you look at the way how precision marketing works,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So it's very important. It's very if you have a business logic which precisely can guess what a customer is looking to buy, and you send out promotion discount, it's likely that the customer would end up buying stuff from your website, right? So this
Mm-hmm.
is very important, and IBM WebSphere Commerce does provide tools which will allow you to do some sort of configure your website in such a manner that you can do precise marketing based on the customer choice, the products that he have purchased, the age group in which it belongs. I mean, if an elderly person is coming to a website who is 40, 50, 60 years old, will
Mm-hmm.
he be interested in buying shorts and jeans and all this stuff? No, right?
Yeah.
So doesn't make sense to when he goes to clothes category. Doesn't make sense to show him trending party dresses and all those things. I mean, he won't be
Exactly.
interested. So when he
Yeah.
comes to your website should be intelligent enough that even though he's going to all those general categories, you should show him products which belong to age group 40 and above.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So those intelligence should be there in your website. You can build it. The tools are there. IBM provides all the features. It's up to you to leverage it and configure your website accordingly. So that's
Mm-hmm.
precision marketing. That's one beautiful tool. Second is multi-site management. Now, what this tells is that nowadays all the organizations are going global. So
Yeah.
some websites, for example, Amazon, they are not only present in US but in other countries like China, India, and other places as well. And the
Yeah.
same, the online stores are open in all these places. Now, if you want to open an online store for different countries, obviously you'll have to write the code again because
Mm-hmm.
the UI would be different. The way the code changes, the price and all will be in different currency. The taxation rules, everything will be different for different currency. Not only
Mm-hmm.
that, the products that are going to be displayed on the website. I mean, everything is like customized. For
Yeah.
example, if you look at, so let's take a live example. So I'll go to Amazon.com, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then I'll go to Amazon.in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Same company, two different locations. So you see, the moment you come here, it's asking me this whether you want to go to So it automatically, identified that I'm trying to access their website from India,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it
Yeah.
automatically pops this up, but I'll tell no, I want to stay on Amazon.com, and see here,
Yeah.
coming from India, go to Amazon.in. So they're not they're not leaving me to stay here. Anyway,
Yeah.
all these things you see and the
They
products
got your
cited in
IP.
probably by IP, yes. So that's different. The technical part is different, but then they have these inbuilt in their website. And
Okay.
now on the Amazon.com, you see you have Cyber Monday and all this stuff. You have watches. So these are things which people in US would like to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Electronics, this stuff. I don't know whether they really like to buy or not, but
Mm-hmm.
you can be in better position to tell. Right? So all this stuff. Okay. Now if I go to Amazon.in, you see it's completely different. So with an iPhone 6, there is a contest going on.
Oh.
Amazon has done tie-up with OnePlus One. So that's a new mobile being introduced in India. So Amazon is exclusively selling it in India. So that's why they
I
have an
didn't
ad.
know that. Okay.
So basically, OnePlus One you can only buy initially.
With
Have you heard about?
invitations.
Yes, through invitation. But in
Yeah.
India, they are launching it through Amazon tie-up because people in India were not aware that there is a company OnePlus One. So they had
Yeah.
to go through this. All
Right.
right, and the books and all, if you see, they're all Hindi books related to Indian writers and all this stuff. So everything is customized. You
Yeah.
see?
This is precision marketing here.
Exactly. Right. So it is precision marketing. At the same time, what I want to show you is the same website having two
Yeah.
different flavors. But
Of
do you
course.
think that the business logic behind it is going to be different? So
No,
let's,
it's just different products.
it's just different UI,
Mm-hmm.
right? So say, look at this card and all. See, the card part is all the same. Only the UI, the
Yeah.
product display has changed. Now, if say I go to a product display page. Oops, that's not a PDP page. How do we go? Okay, so I go to this. Let's say I go to this watch. Okay, you see
Yeah.
the look and feel. Let's
Yeah.
go to the Amazon.com. So you'll see the look and feel. Do you see the
Yeah.
similarity?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just the front page that changes.
Yeah.
Under it is all the same. Right? So basically what they're trying to do is they have customized the website in such a manner that just the home page difference is there, but other things are the same. Now, do you
Mm-hmm.
think that they are maintaining two different code for showing this or, creating these two websites?
No, it's just so on the US site you have more options. So that means here for shipping, if you switch to the other US
Right?
page. So here there
Okay.
is a shipping option. So that means you just have extra modules of code, but that doesn't mean there's a totally different code. It's just extra code. That's it.
Exactly. So it is important that, so first thing is that every company is now trying to go global and they want to give a customized flavor to the customers belonging to that country or geography. At the same time, they don't want to write the same code again and again. That means
Yeah.
your product should not only cater a single website, but it should be capable of catering any number of websites. And
Okay.
it should also allow you to customize it to the extent you want you want, so that it is in the taste of those geography and location. So this multi-site management feature of WebSphere Commerce does provide that. So you can have a website for different countries and you can change everything, right from the
Yeah.
infrastructure to products that are shown to the geography base, the business rules, the look and feel, language, pricing, everything you can customize. But
Oh, what
the
is a
code is all
central CMS?
this content management system. You manage the content, what is to be shown, what is not to be shown.
Okay.
So centralized content management system, that means all your code is going to be at the same place. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
rendered from the same location. You don't have to, purchase extra infrastructure, write extra code. You don't have to, have two different development teams, looking at different websites. It's the same team looking at all those websites. So you save on
Okay.
the cost of infrastructure, you save on the cost of development, you save on the cost of writing the code, building everything. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
very, very important feature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now next is web analytics. So what do you understand by web analytics?
More like who is shopping more from a location, something like that.
Exactly. So real-time data of how the guests are interacting with the website.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Very important. So you
Yeah.
would like to see the performance of your website in real time so that, for example, Cyber Monday
Mm-hmm.
or, Thanksgiving or whichever day, that day all the .com website very closely monitor how the website is performing.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot expect their website to be slow or go down
Or
even for a second
crash.
of those days or crash on that day, right? So
Yeah.
you should have all those tools and, you know, measures in which you can monitor everything about your website in real time, so that before something goes wrong, you can correct it. Right? That's
Yeah.
very, very important, because even for half an hour your website goes down, boom, you lose millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Because all those people who would have bought things on your website will eventually end up buying on your competitor's website.
Exactly.
Plus the bad name is again a different thing.
Yeah, and then they tweet with hashtag Forever 21 fail.
Yeah. Okay, so web analytics is very important. So web analytics not only helps you in that, but it also helps you in how can you improve the optimization of your website so that more and more customers land up on your website rather than somebody else's website.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So that's important. Um, Social. So what do you understand with social?
Um, so sometimes there is the stickers for Facebook, Twitter,
Exactly.
like buttons, Instagram.
Exactly.
And
So
also, question. So sometimes some websites have like a chat option where you can chat to the customer service people. Is that the same thing as
no, that's
is that
different.
under social?
No, those are different.
Okay.
So social only deals with the social media, right?
Okay.
So all interaction that you do with social media, like Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, whatever those are. So those comes under social media. Now, why is that important? Why is it so much important?
They put their deals in there so you can so when you follow them on Facebook or Twitter, you know when they have a deal and go shopping and spend
That's
money on
fine.
the website.
What else?
Uh, keep in touch with them.
Exactly. So keep in touch is very important.
Yeah.
It's nowadays it's all about networking. How
Mm-hmm.
much networking you have, how much people you know, how much high profile people you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when time needed, you can just get in touch with them. That's in your personal life scenario. But the same thing also comes into picture in case of websites. So say you bought a product, right? Very happy with the service provided by say Amazon.com, and Amazon says, hey, if you were had a very nice shopping experience, please share this on your Facebook page, and you
Mm-hmm.
share it on Facebook page. 10 of your friends or 100 of your friends look at it. Might be 5 of them would also be looking at buying the same product. Now, since you bought it
Yeah.
from that and you have recommended
And
it,
yeah.
right? So that's a sort of free advertisement as well, correct?
Yeah,
And
there's also a thing called reviews and ratings on Facebook pages these days. And
exactly.
when you like a certain thing, it shows up on your friends' news feeds.
Hmm. Correct.
Those things improvements Facebook is making. So it's kind of annoying, but it's good for the business.
Huh, it's annoying, but it's good for the business. So Facebook eventually, withdraws money from Amazon, saying that, hey, I'm I'm showing all your tweets and all those on the website, so you pay me
Hmm.
some money. So
Yeah,
that's how Facebook is earning revenue. It doesn't charge users to use their website, right? But
yeah,
if you look at the cost that is involved in running a website like Facebook, it's
hmm,
huge. The
yeah,
amount of money they pay to the developer is huge. So somewhere the money has to come. So if you are getting something for free, I mean, at least you should spare it for showing some ads.
yes. So you can actually create ads rather than like making pages and then sharing and all. You can
Huh.
create ads on them, and that costs money as well. So it makes sense
So that's
for
another source of
producing.
revenue. So that's
Hmm.
another source of revenue. So if you are a company and you want to show ads on Facebook, so you can pay and show directly ads.
Hmm.
If you don't want to do, you can just have your customer like the page, and those will automatically appear on the wall of the customers.
Yeah,
That's another way. Okay.
yeah.
So that's social commerce. Now coming to customer experience. So all the websites
Ratings
that
and all.
you go, yes, ratings and all exactly, or the way how the people will interact with the product and all those things. For example, you looks familiar. You go to purchase a product, you get to
Hmm.
see it in different colors, different sizes. You can select it and then you can add. So those are some customization that website provide. And again, yes, like you said, rating and reviews,
Hmm.
which again, it tries to maximize the user experience. So if you go here, see
Yeah,
these different colors and all are there. And sometimes some of the products you get to see it in 3D. So this zoom is again to
yeah.
increase the customer. So customer can get a better idea of what they're buying.
Hmm.
And you have different angle, these products.
360-degree views sometimes.
360, yeah, sometimes we have 360-degree views. So all those are just to increase the customer experience.
Mm-hmm.
So WCS also has some features for that, and it keeps on adding new features, right?
Okay.
So the discounts and promotion again very important.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone runs sales and all. See, some
Yeah.
here you don't have sale, but maybe here also you don't have sale. Anyway, so you are aware of those, right? So you
Yeah.
need to have an infrastructure which will allow you to set up all these things, right? So
Mm-hmm.
run a promotion, run a discount, and all those things. So for that, WCS has a tool called as Management Center, and you can configure all those things. So when you configure it there, automatically all the products to which you have
Mm-hmm.
assigned that promotion, when you go to that product on the website, you'll see the promotion being displayed.
Mm-hmm.
Something like this: buy
Yeah.
one get one free, or 20% off, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some examples of that are here.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you buy one of these products, you'll get this shipping free or something like that. So you can configure that. Everything is there. You don't need to write any line of code. All you need to do is log in into that tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can just configure and just starts working.
Okay.
Merchandising again deals with your catalog, the product that you load, how the products are displayed, how they are mapped to each other. That is important, right? Because say you have millions of products on a website, and when a customer
Mm-hmm.
comes, he is not able to find that product.
Mm-hmm.
How good is that, right?
No
So you
use.
should have exactly. So merchandising is very important in the way how you categorize, keep your products. So it should be easily searchable. You should, if the user are not able to search, you should show it to them through recommendations or things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those are some. So here you have an example of recommendation. Other customers also purchase. So things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
these are for your marketing, uh,
Mm-hmm.
right? So product recommendations, right? Other customers also purchased, or recently view panel or recommended panel, things like that
Yeah.
you see on websites. So then mobile, very important. I think I don't need to tell anything about it.
Mm-hmm. People view websites on their mobiles. You don't want to
Exactly.
sit in front of the computer all the time.
So I'll give you a recent example. There has been 3% growth of users doing shopping on Target.com on mobile by 300% this holiday
Wow.
season, right?
Wow.
300 is incredible, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's for Target.com. For other website might be another 300, 400. So amount of people trying to access websites on mobile or try to do shopping. So these just mobile
Yeah.
websites, no? There are apps.
Target though, I must say there is a glitch there. Every time, so I'm in Canada, right? Not in the US. So, like I said, so Amazon is really good at redirecting you to your local website, but Target doesn't do it. Sometimes you have to go and manually type in target.ca for you
Oh,
to
is
go
it?
there. Yes. Otherwise, if you just type in Target, you're going to end up in Target.com and look at
So I think
deals and costs, everything in the US. You go to the store and you don't have the deal there.
that is
Yeah.
that is really stupid. I mean, these guys.
Yeah.
So you see precision marketing, how important it is.
Yeah.
So you are getting frustrated. There will be hundreds of
Mm-hmm.
people like you who are getting frustrated on the way how they deal with it.
Yes.
So that's a negative thing for Target,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? So
Yeah.
those are the things. It's small, it doesn't need a lot of technical expertise to do that. There is a one line of code that they need to put on the web server,
Exactly.
right?
That's what I told them. And so if you guys have so many complaints that you know what happened on my side, why didn't you fix it? Just takes about, find out where it is, one line of code, bam, it's fixed.
So you gave them
Or
the
give it to
feedback.
me. I will do it. Yeah, I told that to him. If you want me to fix it, I'll fix it right now. Okay, I'll give
Good
you a
one.
discount.
Oh, they gave you a discount.
But I didn't end up buying anything there.
See, they lost a customer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So see, these are small things, but then they matter, isn't it?
Yes.
Because everybody likes to be treated individually, correct?
Uh-huh.
Nobody would like to be treated with the masses. When you go
Yeah.
to a store, for
Mm-hmm.
example, some time back I was in UK and I went to one of the branches of HSBC Bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the moment you enter the bank, I don't know whether it's everywhere or not because I don't I have not been to US, but I went to UK, and when I entered the branch, there was a lady, employee
Mm-hmm.
there. The moment you enter, she will come to you and she'll say good morning, whatever, and they say, how can I help you? She will take you to the respective sections where your work will get done based on whatever you have come to do. And then she'll
Mm-hmm.
come back and again stand on the door to greet somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody wants to have that, kind of personal, what do we say, treatment, right?
Yeah.
And the like. So next time you get a choice, or you want to recommend somebody, you say, hey, go to HSBC, they're great.
Yes.
Right? So those are small things, but then they do matter because everybody like to be treated with what?
Special treatment.
Special treatment, yeah, exactly. So small things. So similarly, you come to a website, you get personalized recommendation. They say hello, welcome back. Just one line. So if I had logged in and when I come back, they say hello, welcome back. We are. Your website says something like that. So it looks good. You feel good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So things like that. Anyway, so where were we? Here. So mobile. So your website should be compatible for mobile devices as well. It should not be like, you open this website on a mobile and the page becomes fully distorted. You have to go left, right to reach some section. It's weird. Your website should get optimized to a mobile view, correct?
Uh-huh.
You can see that here. So if you press F12 to open up Chrome tools, I don't know if you know about it. So you open up Chrome tool,
Uh-huh.
and then there is a section called as this icon. You see, mobile icon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Click on that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you bring up this section, and here you have emulation, and you can
Okay.
choose a mobile model on which you want to see how this website would appear. So say I want
Mm-hmm.
to see how it appears on, say, Google Nexus 10.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it now
Oh,
shows
okay.
you how it would appear on Google Nexus 10,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Select Kindle Fire, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it has automatically got optimized to a view of a mobile device. So
Mm-hmm.
your website should be such a manner that it automatically gets optimized. The user should not go left, right. So here you see.
Yeah,
Now
it
this
should
is a
fit in the
bad design.
screen.
This is a bad design. Why I
Uh-huh.
would say? Because you have synced your website, the entire content in a smaller view. Now the customer would find really difficult to read this. So now you have to pinch and zoom and then see what is written over there.
Yeah, and then pan the screen too, so it should go to the missing parts and all.
Exactly. So if I go to, so now this is good. So when I selected iPhone 6, no, again this is
Mm.
bad. You see,
No,
you have to
you're
go left
panning.
and you have to go left and right.
Yeah.
See, whereas the content, let me refresh and then see. Sometimes refreshing it, no, it doesn't work. So that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you should
Mm-hmm.
not have this kind of. So it should get optimized for mobile view.
Mm-hmm.
What happens here? iPhone 6. Nope, something wrong. Okay, anyways, so what I wanted to say is that it should be compatible with the mobile devices. Yeah.
Yeah.
Order management. So order management very important. All the bling blang you show on your website, and something goes wrong or screws up with when you are doing the checkout.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to screw up with the security of their credit cards or bank
Yeah,
accounts,
and
isn't it?
some websites, this is terrible, but some past week, Friday, I was shopping for something, and every time I put in my credit card, the website crashes.
That's very
So
bad.
how would I know? How would I know if it went through or no? So, and then you won't even dare to go in again and do it. But then I did.
Exactly.
It even crashed the second time.
And was the money detected? Sometimes the money would get deducted.
Yeah, I was just hoping it didn't go through. It was my dad's credit card. I have to check.
Okay, so it has happened with me as well. Though they
Yeah.
reverted after 2-3 days, but then for 3 days your bank credit goes down, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's bad. So you should have a very robust order management system. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
goop off, because people are very, even if it's a penny, people mind
Mm-hmm.
that, right?
Yeah.
So it should be very robust and very secure so that data doesn't get lost. At the same time, your order management also deals with managing the inventory, what are the products there, because if you don't manage your inventory properly, you will end up doing oversell or undersell, right? Say
Mm-hmm.
you have only 2 items and your inventory system doesn't update and 10,
Mm-hmm.
10 people buy that, how are you going to give it to the other 8?
Yeah.
Right? So those things are important. So you should have a very robust order management system. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's important. Extensibility again, no matter how beautiful product you create, you cannot add everything into it, right?
Yeah.
So you need to have or give that flexibility so that somebody wants to modify things or add some new stuff into it, they can do. So WCS
Mm-hmm.
provides all the code to you. So as
Mm-hmm.
a developer, you can go play around. It's Java code, right? So you can play around. Something which you don't like, you can change the code as per your taste or the client's requirement. So
Mm-hmm.
very, very flexible in terms of how much you can extend. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Globalization, again, we already discussed that, right?
Yeah.
So those are some of the features which I think almost all the products nowadays give this, right? Because they are
Yeah.
important. But then apart from this, there are other small, not only that, I mean, giving the feature is something else, but doing the thing in the most optimized way is something different.
Yeah. We have to go in and get a little personalization.
Exactly. So, all right. So those were some of the features of SPO Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I'll do is that I'll just give little bit insight about uh, technical aspect apart from what we have just seen. So these are all,
Mm-hmm.
about the product. Now, business models. So WCS, apart from supporting all this, supports different kind of business models. So B2C stands for business to customer, right?
Okay.
So a company dealing with the end customer directly. So it supports those kind of websites which we already saw. But at the same time, there are different kind of website as well where you sell products not to the end customer but to a different company or organization. In
Mm-hmm.
case of a wholesaler or a distributor or a reseller market kind of thing. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So in such case, you end up creating a website. So it's again a website and products will be shown. Just the business rule that applies on a B2B website is little different than how it works on B2C. Because in B2B you'll be selling products in bulk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a different organization won't come to you to buy one pen or pencil, isn't it? They'll come to buy
Yeah.
it in bulk. So the business rule change, but at the end of the day, it's a website. The products are shown. Everything is just the same. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it supports all kind of business models, whether it is B2B, B2C, whatever. There are 3 flavors of WCS. Just like for Microsoft Windows, you
Uh-huh.
have Windows Home Edition, Professional, Ultimate, God knows what all editions. So similarly,
Yeah.
WCS is also present in 3 flavors: Express, Professional, and Enterprise. And
Mm-hmm.
if you know about Windows, what they do with the different versions, same thing is here also.
It's more like similar to Visual Studio because
Yeah,
now
they also
Windows
have, yes,
8
they also
comes
have, yeah,
only
exactly.
professional and normal Windows 8.
Exactly. So the features vary, right? Some of them will have
Yeah.
some features, some will not have. So similarly here
Yeah.
also. Enterprise
Yeah.
has everything.
Yeah.
So you can do full customization. You have all those mobile website, n number of websites you can create and all those. In Express, I think you can create only one website.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the flavors. The features we already discussed.
Mm-hmm.
Now the software components uh, of Facebook Commerce. Now it's a web project at the end of the day, right?
Uh-huh.
Since it's a web project, what are the components of a web application? It should have a web server, which will take
Uh-huh.
all the requests. It should have an application server where all your Java code will be running. It should have a
Sorry, give me a
database server.
second. Give me
Yeah,
1 second. I'll be right back.
yeah, yeah, okay.
So Deepak,
Yeah.
yeah, I just got my the letter in FedEx. I've been waiting for this for like 5 days. So yeah,
Finally.
I have it now.
Good.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right. So what I was saying is these are like general components of any web application. So web server, application server, database, and on top of that the development environment. Either it can be Eclipse or whatever. So in WCS we use another product of IBM called RAD, which is
Mhm.
Rational Application Developer. It's a tool like Eclipse only. So the
Mhm.
development environment is in that, and then so those are the software components. Nothing new here, just like any other web application.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this diagram talks about the runtime architecture of WebSphere Commerce. Don't fear from the way how it looks. It's very similar to what we had done, right? So like I told you, WCS uses struts. So if you remember the struts flow, which
Mhm.
is you have the struts action servlet passing the control to your XML, the request
Mhm.
processor, the XML passing the control to the action command, action then doing all those things, right?
Mhm.
So here also you have the servlet engine. The servlet would be the entry point for all the requests. So any request coming will come to your servlet engine. The
Mhm.
request then passes through series of different layers called as protocol listeners or adapter frameworks. I'll talk about
Mhm.
this. It passes through them and then reaches the web controller. So web controller is nothing but the controller layer, which is your struts config file.
Mhm.
Alright. So once it goes to search config file, from there it sends to the action command, right? So
Mhm.
instead of the action command in WCS you have something called as controller command and task commands. Okay.
Mhm.
So your struts config will send the flow to the controller command. So in the struts config you will have written that for this URL call this controller command, for this URL call this controller command. So it will call the respective controller command. The controller command will run all the code and all, and then from the database it can access some data and all and to return a JSP.
Mhm.
Okay. Now coming to this protocol listener and adapter frameworks. So protocol listeners are nothing but code which checks what kind of request is coming, because in WCS you have requests coming from a lot of different entities. It can come from mobile, it can come from some app, it can come from some independent application. So for each of these devices you need to render the response in different manner. You cannot send the same response for all of those, right? So your response has to be tweaked, modified. So for all those things you have a protocol listener so that it identifies from what kind of protocol the request is coming. And
Mhm.
then you have adapter frameworks which will adapt your request based on from where it's coming. So you have browser adapter if the request is coming from browser. PVC adapter is a different kind of application. So it's coming from there. You have this. Then you have program adapter is coming from some third-party application. If it's coming from some scheduler application, you have scheduler adapter and all. Okay.
Okay.
So these are all like inbuilt framework. You don't need to worry about it. What we do is all here: controller command, task command, the Java code that we need to write, and the web
Okay.
controller. So you need to make it into the struts config and
Mhm.
create corresponding command.
Okay.
These all are predefined, already done. You don't need to even touch it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, that's the struts framework you are already aware of. So action
Yeah.
servlet sends to request processor, uses struts config, calls action command. Action command then calls some other code, business logic where it's written, and
Mhm.
then that calls your persistence layer and all. I mean follows up from there, and then in turn returns some JSP,
Mhm.
the normal struts framework that you have. Okay.
Mhm.
This is just an example of some of the controller commands. So you are already aware action tag in struts also we had, and then
Mhm.
path which tells what is the URL, and then it tells under type it tells what is the action class to be called, and there is a new parameter here called parameter, and here you have the name of the controller command. Okay.
Okay.
So what happens is that when the URL is called, so it will know this is the URL and it will know this is the base action class to be called. Now what action class does is that it will indirectly call the controller command which is written here.
Mhm.
So for all your entries that you have inside your struts config, for all of them you have the same action. See, this is another entry here also, the same action is here. But this thing changed, the controller command changed. Because in WCS, we don't write the business logic inside the action class. In normal starts, when we were discussing, I told you all the business logic goes in the action classes. So for every URL, you'll have a different action class. But in WCS, you don't write the business logic in action classes, but you write them in controller commands, right?
Okay.
So, but the start tells that you can always call an action class. You cannot call a controller command. So what they did is that they created a common action class, and what this action class does is that it reads this parameter and then sends the request to that particular controller command.
Okay.
So that is why the action class remains the same. The work of action class is nothing. Just read the parameter value in this and then send the control to that particular class.
Oh, okay.
So it will just create an object of this class and call the method inside it. Okay. So that's a small difference in the way how we write the action mapping in the struts config. Okay. Apart from that, there are few other additional features in this mapping. So you see this set property equal to HTTPS, set property equal to authenticate. So say you have some URLs which you want that they should always run on HTTPS protocol. Secure websites, right? Secure pages, for example, your checkout pages or the billing page, this should all be secure. So you write a URL here for those, and you define this property HTTPS. So what happens is that whenever that particular URL is opened in a website, automatically the protocol will change to HTTPS, which is the secure protocol, so that all the transactions are secure. So whenever you want to make your page secure, all you need to do is go and set this property as HTTPS.
Okay.
And there is another property called authenticate. So some pages are there which you can only go if you are logged in, right?
Yeah.
For example, the profile page, or maybe your history page or something like that. So for that you set this property as authenticate, and whenever user tries to go to that page, if he is not logged in, he will be redirected to the login page. Once he logs in, only then he goes back to the requested page.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So these are like some inbuilt features. So what WCS has done is that in the normal struts that are there, they have added some more features to it. So it is struts, but then with some additional features of WCS. So you don't find these things in normal struts. Okay, these are specific to WCS struts only.
Okay.
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 So these are different type of commands that we create in WCS: controller command, task command, data bean commands, view command. So we'll study about these in detail when we go into practicals. But then for now, you just keep in mind that we have these 4 kind of commands. Commands are again nothing but classes. When I say action, what is that? It's a class, right? It's just that it extends a class called as action support. So that is why it's called action. When I say a servlet, it's called a servlet because it's a Java class which extends HTTP servlet, right? So when I say a controller command, that means it's a class which extends another class called controller command.
Okay.
These are just the names, but at the end of the day, they're all just Java classes. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so this is just diagram of how controller commands are created, so I won't go into those details. Okay, that brings us to the end of this slide. Any questions that you have?
No, it's all clear. Pretty straightforward so far.
Yes, it's actually straightforward. When we go into practicals also, it's all very straightforward.
Yeah.
Everything you'll get, since you already know about all these frameworks, you won't find it difficult to understand. Alright, so we'll wrap our session for today. Hopefully Nabil can join us tomorrow, then we'll start into the practicals.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, alright, thank you. Have a great day and see you tomorrow.
You too. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.